This afternoon, nuclear energy is yet another step closer from once again being produced at what was used to be called 3 Mile Island, now the Crane Clean Energy Center. Seth Kaplan joins us there live to tell us what's new. Good afternoon, Seth.
Good afternoon to you, James. As you well know, James, in this business, very often we're on the move, having to kind of react quickly to whatever's happening, some new thing coming quick. That was not the case this morning. There it was off in the distance, a transformer being delivered, moving about 2 miles an hour. So plenty of time to look at it, think about it, learn about it as it was rolling in here. This is about a $10 million piece of equipment. It was manufactured in South Korea, came via ocean vessel to Baltimore, then by barge up to Newark, from there via rail to just a few miles away from here in Middletown, and then finally on those flatbed trucks you see there, bringing it in to what, as you said, is now called the Crane Clean Energy Center, owned by Constellation Energy. So yeah, this center closed in 2019, as we all know. Of course, we know what happened back in 1979. 2026, a much happier moment from the perspective of the company. And in case you forgot everything you ever learned about nuclear physics, here is a review in about 10 seconds.
We have fission process creating heat. Heat turns to steam. Steam turns to turbine. Turbine turns to generator. Generator makes electricity through this particular transformer out to the grid. That's
simple. You're ready to do that job, right? Sorry, to be a chief generator for a no, you're not. I'm not either. But that was a pretty good summary right there. I said, so what happens next? And I'm like, that is, yeah, there it is. But what it does happen in there finally becomes that energy that still needs to be transformed into a form in which it can go onto the power lines above us here, right? And that is what that transformer does. And while it's added, it's not just transformation, but it's also basically supercharging that energy. The energy comes out, will come out anyway, about 23,000 volts worth. The transformer turns that into 230,000 volts, so 10 times the amount of voltage, and puts it onto those power lines and eventually onto the grid. James, as we told you in the past, Microsoft has actually agreed to buy all the energy, essentially an equivalent amount of all the energy that's going to be produced here over a long period of time, 20 years. But that's just sort of a financial mechanism. The energy itself will actually just go from here onto the grid. Next up later this year, the nuclear fuel, the pellets, solid pellets about the size of gummy bears, they tell us, are going to start arriving here on the way to getting this thing back online. They hope by about a year after that.
I mean, clearly, Seth, things are happening there as this process, continues to play out.
Exactly. And, what is indisputable, and obviously, to state the obvious, people have different opinions about all of this. There are people who don't think any of this should be happening because of the history here, because of the evacuation plans and all the rest of it. Of course, the folks here say this is all very safe. But whatever you think of it, there is no question that this is happening quickly. I mean, they stood out here in 2024 and said this thing's going to get going. It's going to be producing nuclear energy a few years from now. And I think a lot of us thought, okay, we'll see. We're just kind of used to things taking longer than it's supposed to take. It's on schedule. The transformer arriving today, and again, that fuel coming by later this year. So indisputable that they certainly have moved quickly on everything they said they were going to do.
Absolutely. Seth Kaplan live for us there in Londonderry Township. Thank you so much for that report this afternoon.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27. We're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home, and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the home page, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps, and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.